Hello and welcome back to the What is K-pop podcast, where in which I talk about anything in regards to K-pop, such as groups, members, discographies, choreographies, outfits, comebacks, survival shows, controversies, basically anything I want to talk about in regards to K-pop. Now, today's episode is quite fun because I've always wanted to talk to someone about the weird things that I've noticed in K-pop over the last 3 years, or however long time it's been since I got into K-pop, because now it's 3 years. But I've never really had someone to talk about it with, except for like my sister, but like she's not really that into K-pop. Now, today is actually the 19th, so my sister is going back to uni today, and it was supposed to be that it's just me in the house, but my dad has got a migraine again, so it is me and him in the house along with the kitties. So thankfully I'm not alone, because I was a little bit concerned that I was going to be by myself. Like, it's fine, like I've done it several times before, but with the whole fun thing of like potentially having a bad headache and it freaking me out, and just getting myself a bit pickled, I'm pleased that my dad is here. Not that he'd be able to help, given he has his own problems, but it is nice to at least know I'm not alone in the house right now. So, I think there's a kitty that's coming back in. Petal, is it you? Yeah, she'll come in if... Oh, Petal! Hi, darling. Yeah, it's Petal. Petal's come to join us. Good girl. So we have 25 things that I've noticed, or at least things that I want to talk about over the last from the last 3 years of doing this. Also, I consulted Reddit and just done some general research. I was going to do like unique stage names, but I think I might actually leave that. Obviously, I'm going to leave that to another day. And I'm going to collect a lot of different names and basically be able to gather where those names have come from. Like, for example, Yoongi from BTS, he has 3 different stage names he's used. So he has Gloss, which was from before he was in BTS. Then it was Sugar, which is still his stage name. And then in 2016, he created Augustine, which is a play on like his proper stage name for BTS, as well as the town that he grew up in Daegu. So like Sugar backwards, like it's TD, so Daegu town, switch like reversed, and then Sugar. Obviously that one's also reversed, Augustine. So I'm going to make an episode all about that at some point, but I wanted to do it about that today. Petal, I think, has noticed the candles that I have. I thought, why not put up some candles, because today's the 19th of April, and I thought, you know what, I want to do something for Moonbin, and I did something similar for my granddad when it was his funeral back in December. And I thought to myself, why not have some candles going? And it's just going to be going until they burn out. I'm not going to do any more because, quite honestly, I don't want to have to keep up with the whole candle thingy. And also, one of them looks like it's already kind of starting to burn out, sadly, which is a shame. But I don't know, I thought it would be nice, and I'm sure a lot of people are doing something today. And I did the episode yesterday, which went up about 10 to 7. It went up at like 6 this morning. So you can listen to that if you want to. And yeah, so we're just gonna get on to the unique things in K-pop I have noticed over the last 3 years. So the first one I thought of was fan signs and fan meetings. Those aren't a thing, at least as far as I'm aware, in Western kind of music. Like, the only way you can really meet your favorite artist is through like concerts and then like meet and greets at the end if that's what they're doing, or like I don't know if you potentially might see them on like I don't know if you're in Venice Beach or like in Santa Monica Bay. I don't know America. Can you tell? Or if you're walking around the streets of Los Angeles and you just happen to bump into Olivia Rodrigo, like that's the only thing I can really think of in regards to meeting your idols, and like having like the potential to go around and meet the person that you're supporting. It's only for a few minutes. I don't know, that kind of weirds me out. Like, I understand why some people do it, and like, I understand why some people go along to a lot of them. And like, if I got a ticket, I would go. I'd be like, I don't like this, but I got a ticket for this. I want a ticket, because I wouldn't buy one. I'd be like, I won this ticket, and I didn't really want to be here. I'm a fan of yours. Hello, please sign this. And I'd be like, okay, all right, and I'll see you. Bye-bye. Leave me alone, please. I just imagine that's like what they're thinking. I don't know, obviously, what they're thinking. I'm not mind readers, but next one I thought of, or at least I saw, was that Jonghan from 17 has a pet rock, and I'm pretty sure I saw a picture of that Jonghan rock. Oh my god, this is so weird. This is so weird. Yeah. I wonder if that is actually his pet rock, because I would love one as well. Like, I don't know why, but I feel like it'd be really cute. So I'm on the Korea Boo website, which I mean, it's perfect for weirdos. No, if you like Korea Boo, you like Korea Boo. I'm not hating on you. I like it too. I actually look up funny things from here time to time. As soon as 17 Jonghan introduced his pet rock Doljong to the world, fans could not get enough of his relationship with the Dreamstone. Oh my god. Jonghan was a thorough caretaker, giving Doljang warm baths and a lovely home with everything they needed. And despite giving a Q&A to answer fans' questions about his pet, there was one more thing that everyone wanted to know. During Jun and Jonghan's interview with Vogue Korea magazine, the outlet mentioned a rumor about Doljong. They heard that Jonghan had set it free in nature. No. Jonghan immediately denied the claim. No, I have not set it free in nature. He then gave an update to all fans wondering about Doljang. I feel like I'm saying it wrong. Doljong? Is it Doljong, not Doljang? Because Doljang would be an A, not an O. Let's actually go back. There we go. Jonghan soothed Carrot's worries. The idol said Jonghan's pet stone Doljong is doing well, don't worry. Although Jonghan has not been posting about Doljong, that's just because they're living a quiet life. I'm surprised that Doljang hasn't. Is Doljang non-binary then? Is he a non-binary? Are they a non-binary stone? I wonder. I want to buy a pet stone now. This is weird. Nope, this is not what I wanted. This is kind of creeping me out now. Stone as a pet. I can't spell anything. Good to know. Pet rock. Oh, I found one. Oh my god, this is so weird. Oh my god. £30. Shit. Like, it's not even that big. Okay. I love how this is the American version of Amazon, because obviously, like, when I shop on Amazon, it's amazon.co.uk. Oh my god. Oh my god, I feel like I'm going insane. Oh my god. Oh my god. Your pet rock needs lots of love and attention. He/she should be walked for at least 30 minutes every day. I can do that. I can walk my pet rock for 30 minutes every day. There's a grow your own Jesus too. Ooh. Sorry. Oh my god. I feel like I'm actually going clinically insane. The next thing on my list that I thought about was the desire to know people's MBTIs, and especially like in Korean society in general, like when like you apply for jobs, they want to know what your MBTI is. So then if you have the wrong one, they'll like not really want to have you on the job, because then you might not like suit well with the other employees. And mine changed actually. Mine used to be the exact same as Jisung from Stray Kids is, and I've somehow become even more introverted since I last did the test. And I would love to take it again in a few months' time to kind of see what it is now. Like it's more like a curiosity. I don't really care, because like personality tests like that isn't exactly going to be one-to-one to what you actually are. Like no person is going to fit like an exact personality type, because we are all so complex creatures. Like me and my sister, for example, we're two completely different people, even though we grew up in the same environment. Like she was born a couple of years before me, so she's been aware of a lot more things than I have. And yeah, so like obviously we're not going to have the same MBTI. We might actually do. I'll have to ask her if she wants to do the test when she comes back, but I mean, like, it isn't that big of a deal in the Western world as it is in Korea, because I don't know many idols who haven't revealed their MBTI, or at least like a letter of it, and like if they think deeply about the whole MBTI situation. The next thing is how Korean fans will redact their support so easily for a group. We saw it with Luna, especially when Chu was kicked out of the group and the girls were going to go and have a comeback, and it just was clear that it wasn't going to do well. So when the pre-orders started for the album that was supposed to come out at the start of 2023, the pre-order sales went down by 99%. Like, I'm pretty sure it was only like 70 albums were sold, or like pre-ordered and stuff. Well, obviously they would never have gone out, but like I think it was a very, very small number. And it's crazy how Korean fans will redact their support extremely easily. And also like how on top of that, how like international fans, they aren't thought of as highly as Korean fans, because there was a boycott that was meant to be happening for Rise, but like the music video for their latest song has like 1 million views, and I'm surprised about that, because I thought we were supposed to not interact with the song. Oh well, but I mean that's probably because of the fact that it was probably just for international fans, and the Korean fans were just like, nah, we're going to carry on. Next one is calling all new releases comebacks, because it makes it sound as though they've been away for like years when it's actually just months. And I like, obviously, like these sorts of things are normal to me now. But when I talk to my parents, they're like, this is so weird. Why are they calling it a comeback? They've not gone anywhere. I'm like, I know. That's the thing. I know that they've not been gone at all, actually. Because I often will, like, watch a variety. Oh, sorry. Moving. Just like my feet were getting a bit deaded. So I've just moved. Like I'll be watching a variety show and my parents will be like, they're still there, they're not coming, they don't need to come back. I'm like, I don't understand it either. I don't get it. Next one is having a visual line with only certain members in it. Like it kind of makes it sound as though like the other members are ugly and that like they're not that good looking, or at least like the visual members will be like the Korean beauty standard pretty. And I'm like, okay, sure. Because there was the visual of Blackpink, or at least like the face of the group, is Jisoo, whereas I feel like Western standards of beauty, or at least like my personal opinion, would be like Rose. Not saying that Jisoo isn't pretty, but like Rose is just my preference, I guess. My dad just like came in and just did some jobs and I just had to keep like carrying it on. Company stands, having people who stan a company. So I guess you could call me an anti-stan. I am not a stan of SM. I am an anti-fan of SM at the moment because of what they're doing to Rise and what they're doing to Sunghan, not telling us anything, and like just not communicating properly. But like company stands, they always kind of weird me out because you're essentially saying that you're a fan of like an organization. It's like saying you're a fan of Apple as a company and not just of like my phone is an iPhone 14, but like I'm not an Apple stan. I just have one of their phones. Like I'm a phone stan because I like the phone. But like it's like saying, or like saying you're a Universal music group stan because they have a lot of Western artists under them. I don't know if it's still a company, but we're not going to check. We're gonna carry on the list because we're only on 6, and I've been recording for nearly 25 minutes. Company stands is just a bit odd. It's just a bit weird, in my opinion. You can disagree. Feel free to disagree. Feel free to disagree on everything, including the religion stuff that I mentioned earlier. Feel free to disagree with me on that because it is just my opinion. Okay, next one is how the albums are so much different than Western ones in that we get like gifts, we get like photo books, like books with like all of the concept pictures in it. We get like in 17th Heaven, the latest EP that 17 released, we got like a little wristband, like a festival wristband, which I thought was so unbelievably cool. But over here we just get like a little CD, or like we don't even get really. I don't even think I've even seen like a CD in a shop for years. But granted, I don't go outside, so maybe that's why. But I feel like most people just stream music nowadays. The next one I found was Bias and Bias Records. So take for example, I have on the TV right now, Dropping from Super M, and I would say that my bias is Taemin, and my bias record Baekhyun, right? But the whole like having a bias, I guess it's sort of kind of similar to the Backstreet Boys thing of like having a member of the group that you really, really like and have like an individual poster of them. I guess it's sort of like that, but having a name for it and then it becoming a little bit more weird than it is just when you're a kid. But you know what? Like, I feel like a lot of these things, if you just accept it and don't question it, it's actually K-pop is just so fun. And I know that I dunk on it a lot and I dunk on a lot of different things, but genuinely I love like K-pop and I love all different things that I'm learning about it and like the people having lots of different things that they're into. Okay, light sticks. I'll admit, when I first saw a light stick for the first time, I genuinely thought that they were a completely different thing. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna leave that there. And like in the 3 years that I've been a fan, like I have albums, I have cool pieces of merch. I have like little fake, like not fake, but like handmade pieces of fan merch. I'm making my own phone straps for K-pop. But light sticks, they've never really been a thing that I've wanted to buy because of how expensive they are and how really they only serve the purpose of like being in proper use when you're at a concert for that group. So for me, never really wanted to buy one. And like for Superum as well, like they don't have a proper light stick, I think. And so like during the Jopping concert, they just had. Oh, thank you, Daddy. They had like all different K-pop groups' light sticks, and that was like the only time that you could really get away with it without it being weird. Or like seen as you're not supporting Super M. Like, okay. And I'm sure like some stands or like if anyone was to comment this, I feel like I would just like, just take it on the chin of like, oh, you're not a proper fan because you don't have a light stick. I'm like, well, first off, they're £30 each. Second off, I don't even have a group that I actually fully support to the nth degree. Like constantly, they are my only group. Like I'm a multi-stan. And also, like, I have no real reason to buy a light stick because I don't go outside, so I don't go to concerts. Like the closest place that any K-pop artist goes to really significantly is London. Like Eric Nam, he did I think he's done the dates now. But he was coming to Manchester, I think it was. Eric Nam tour 2024. Like he was going to, let me pull up the good old website. Like he was going, let's have a look. Europe 2024. Right, yeah, he went to Manchester on the 25th of March, but like that is a very like rare thing to do. That's a very, very extremely rare thing to do for a K-pop artist, and it's only because of the fact that Eric Nam is able to go to these like different cities in different countries, or like I don't know, like he has the time to do it, that he goes to these different places. And like the only like other place obviously is London, and I could never go to London. I'm terrified of going outside of my house, and I live in a very small town. Like I'm gonna have to prepare myself to go outside so I can have a walk. But yeah, no, it just has never like really excited me to have a light stick and be like, yay, use having my light stick so I can watch like a live performance. I'm like, I have a torch on my phone that, like, that's a pretty common thing in, like, concerts in the Western world, to just have your phone torch on. But, like, maybe that's actually why they have, like, sticks, so then it's not phone torches. Maybe that's why, I don't know. Probably seems like it. Okay. Isaac, the Idol Sport Athletics Championship, whatever it's called. I don't like that. I don't know why, but it really weirds me out. Like watching idols do athletics. I'm like, no, I don't get it. It's like, if you're gonna want to do athletics, just have a variety show and do a sports day on a variety show. I'd watch that. I'd pay to watch that. That's fun. But, like, are loads of idols doing it? That's weird. I don't know why, but I just don't like it at all. Having live streams, like talking to fans, just like live streams in general, don't like it. Like, obviously the exception was of, like, I've watched a few Chan's room when he was still doing it, and those were ones that were okay because that felt like normal and grounded. But, like, if I'm thinking about it, it is a little bit strange. Like, now that I'm, like, thinking deeply about it, I'm like, because you never know what sort of comments are going to come up. Yeah. I don't like that. Bubble. Bubble is weird. Bubble is one of those services that I just don't like the sound of. And I tried it for about 5 minutes and I had to cancel it because I felt really creeped out with the fact that, like, the idols were going to get my messages and they could potentially respond to my message. Like, that gave me anxiety in, like, such a specific way that I couldn't bear the idea of I don't know, like, Changbin from Stray Kids, like, responding to my confession of, like, undying love for him. I couldn't imagine that, like, having to accept that he could read that and be like, oh, okay, let's respond to that. I would just melt into a pit of despair and never return. And you'd be like, where's Sophie gone? And I'm just down here in a pit of despair, and you're just like, when is she gonna return? I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm never returning. I live here now. Yeah, that's the problem, is that I just would never return. I would just never come back, because what is the point? What is the point? What is the point? Okay. Next one is birthday celebrations. I barely acknowledge my own birthday, so I don't really want to acknowledge another person who doesn't know I exist birthday. And, like, having it almost become like a national holiday, that's weird. That's, like, something that I just don't like about K-pop, like, at all. I'm like, no, please don't do that at all. I don't know. I don't like it. Especially with, like, I think it's Cosmic Girls. They celebrate their assigned birthday and not their real birthday. That's weird to me. The literal adults being treated like children, like fan edits, and like, I've seen Jungkook being edited to look like a baby, and I'm like, he's, like, in his mid-20s now. When are we gonna stop doing that? Imagine doing that to, I don't know who's 26 years old right now. Imagine doing that to Olivia Rodrigo. Okay, just imagine doing it to a Western artist. Would you do it to them? Why are you doing it to K-pop? If you're answering no, I wouldn't. Why are you doing it to a K-pop idol? Just think about that. School uniforms for adults, bitch. When I left school, I ceremoniously put all of my school uniform into a bag, and my mum and I drove to the charity shop in our town and gave it to them because I never had to wear a school uniform after that, and I was pleased. Yeah, so I don't like it. I don't like it at all. There are a lot of I just don't like it not explaining it because I don't really know how else to. I feel like a lot of these things are self-explanatory. It's weird. I don't like it. Maybe it's because I'm from the UK and I just don't get the culture, but I don't like it. Mine is debuting. Like it's a child playing an adult's game, and I'm not a fan. It's like if you made a child play poker and you punish them for every mistake that they made because they don't know how to play poker. Give them Go Fish and they'll probably have a lot easier of time doing that. But Go Fish isn't a game that you can play. So you have to play poker, but you don't know the rules. And also you're blind with no fingers. How are you going to play? I don't know. Putting basically having the idols basically go into their company's basements for months on end and not giving them comebacks, but also giving them too many comebacks. It goes hand in hand with the next point of like having artists in basements but also having them constantly working. It's like stop giving Rise comebacks and give Wavy comebacks. Like I would prefer a Wavy comeback over a Rise comeback any day. And the longevity, unlike the short-term careers of a lot of like idols, because if you think about it, there's a group called the Rolling Stones. I think it's the Rolling Stones, and yeah, Rolling Stones. They've been together. Rolling Stones. Got a bit of hair on my laptop. They have been together since 1962. Okay, and that was. Let me think. My mother is 90. She is 54 right now. She was born in 1969. 62. The group is 62 years old, and they are still going on. Okay, and there are groups that don't even make it. They don't even go on for 7 years. Or they disband at 7 years, or they don't even make it to debut, or they disband like really early on, or like into 2 years into their career. And I'm like, if you don't think they're gonna carry on, or like you don't see you don't see longevity in the career, then don't debut the group. That's all I feel like I need to say. It's like if you're not thinking that they're gonna last at least like the length of the contract you have them on, then don't have them work. They don't have them as a group in your company. Apologizing for literally everything and anything that they do, having a life. I don't like that because if you knew half the stuff I get up to sometimes, you would probably ask me to apologize. Right, a few more, then I can go get dressed. All the conversations about generations and like if fifth gen is started or not, it has. Next one is Aegyo. I don't like Aegyo. I find it weird. I don't like it when people act intentionally cute to get something that they want. It annoys me in like my everyday life, like not even when I'm looking at K-pop, but when it happens and it's like Aegyo, no, just no, don't like it. And like fan site masters, then like Is it just one person? I'd love to know. Is it just one person controlling the whole site, or is it like a bunch of people? And can they like drop in and out if they want to? Like, can they come back? Or are they like dedicated to one group until the very end and they have to stay with that for their whole fan site career? Or can they have like multiple fan sites that they control? Like, how does it work? Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much everything that I've noticed in K-pop. A few things that my sister mentioned to me that she wanted me to talk about. Yeah, so I hope you liked today's episode. I certainly enjoyed recording it, and I'll talk to you whenever I record again. Bye, guys, or girls, or non binary pals, whatever you are. Bye.